What's up, guys? Classy Metal here. This is an unboxing video that I've been meaning to do for the last couple of days. This actually has been at my house for 2 days now, and I just haven't had the oomph, I guess, to do this video. But finally, I'm gonna get this opened up. I'm excited to see what's in here. Don't get me wrong. I'm just between work and I've been a little under the weather. I've just been so tired that I've come in and just gone to sleep, and I've slept most of my day off away today. It snowed and iced like crazy here, and being in the South, something like that happens here, and it just shuts everything down. So they canceled work for today. So go me! I got a day off finally, and yeah, so I've been catching up with some rest, and I have an unboxing that I'm going to finally do. This came in, like I said, 2 days ago, so I believe these are still available. What I'm going to open for you is a Tribunal Records. It's 25 CDs. It's 25 CDs for $25 and free shipping in the U.S. if you're here. Shipped it out very, very fast. Like I said, comes in this. Almost looks like the boxes that the Relapse 30 for 30 grab bags come in. I believe, if I'm correct, these Tribunal grab bags are still available. So I will definitely, if they are available, I will leave a direct link to the grab bag in the description box. And if they're not available, I will still leave a description to the Tribunal Records web shop. They also have a division, I guess, of Tribunal Records called Dive Bomb Records. And it said that there will be no Dive Bomb. This is all strictly Tribunal Records albums and merchant, I guess, albums in this CDs in this grab box. I'm not super familiar with Tribunal Records. I read up on them a little bit before I got the grab bag in. Apparently they're metalcore, hardcore, different types of metal, but mainly hardcore, metalcore, almost a mainstream metal sound to their metal albums. There were a few death metal and like death doom titles available as well. So I'm not sure what I'm going to get in this. It's going to be a mixed bag. Kind of not listened to metalcore as much lately. Got rid of quite a few of my metalcore albums. Maybe I'll find something in this grab box that will kind of re-spark some of the feelings that I used to have for that genre. It just feels like a genre that I've kind of, I don't want to say outgrown or matured past, but it's just not something that I find myself wanting to listen to that often anymore. So I don't know. Try to get this open, and we'll see what we got in here. Like I said, I'm really not sure. I know they had some Atreyu material in their discography, and I made the joke when I got this grab bag that I was going to end up with 25 Atreyu CDs, and if I do that, I'm going to give them all away because I don't enjoy Atreyu. But there we go, big old box of stuff. I'm just going to get right into this. Seems to be packed very well. Definitely, that's always a good thing. I don't see any cracked cases or any of that type stuff, so that's always a plus. I have my glasses on, so my depth perception is a little bit off, so bear with me on this. But we're just going to get right into this. First up, we have some thrash metal. Believe it or not, this is a Blatant Disarray with Everyone Dies Alone. It says for fans of Metallica, Anthrax, Testament, and Trivium. Kind of a varied assortment of thrash metal acts on that for fans of, so maybe I will enjoy this. I'm admittedly not the biggest thrash metal fan in the world, but this looks pretty interesting. Definitely looking forward to checking that out. Next up, we have a band called The Underwater with Bleed Me Blue. It has members of Zayo and Boy Wonder in this. Not really sure what to expect on this one. I don't know how well. As I said, I have no depth perception. I'm trying to look at the computer screen to make sure that I'm giving you guys a good look at this, but my contacts were bothering me from the cold. I had a pretty decent sized walk in the cold earlier, so it kind of messed up my eyes a little bit. Next up, we have Amazing Device with the Quiet Room, and don't know what this is at all. It says for fans, as a featured guest appearance by Ian Watkins of the Lost Prophet. So they probably couldn't give at this point. They probably had trouble even giving this album away. So yeah, that's. I mean, it's not funny what the guy did, but it's funny that was in there. Next up, we have School for Heroes with Arrivals and Departures. This seems to be kind of a punky look. There's some punk on this label as well, as I was seeing. So there may be some stuff in this. I went into this grab bag knowing that there's probably going to be a few things in here that I wouldn't just be that much into, but I figured it was worth a gamble because I'm sure there's going to be several in here that I like, and it was $1 a piece. This one looks very interesting to me. This is Dark Moon with 308 Antichrist. Very dark imagery on that cover. I've got quite a bit of new material to spend some time with. I guess since I'm snowed in and home for the next few days, well, a couple days, I have plenty of new stuff to check out and go through. Next up, we have Adios with the Ropes, and this does not sound like something I'm going to love. It says for fans of Jimmy Eat World, Sunny Day Real Estate. Yeah, not. I mean, maybe I'll be surprised by that, but not expecting just too much out of that. Next up, we have Century. This is a pretty well-known metalcore band with their album Faith and Failure. So definitely pretty happy to have that one in there. If you're into metalcore, I'm pretty sure you know who Century are. They're pretty flag bearers, I guess, of that genre, and a pretty good band. Next up, we have The Cardinal Effect with Red Light Carousel. This seems to be a little bit more of a. This seems to be a bit more rockish. It says a mix between, blur the lines between alternative rock and metal / hardcore. As you can see, it has for fans of Deftones, really big. So probably in that same vein of kind of alternative metal, alternative hard rock. Interesting looking artwork on that, so looking forward to check that out. As I was saying earlier, a lot of these probably have a bit more of the kind of mainstream sound than what I usually open on this channel. So I figured it would be something new, something a little different, and something that kind of break up the monotony going on. Next up, we have says a timeless tech metal instrumental masterpiece for fans of Cynic, Dream Theater, Watchtower, Fates Warning, and King Crimson. This is Canvas Solaris with Sublimination. I really am kind of fascinated with that artwork there. There's oftentimes I'm not just super big into instrumental albums, but with some of the bands that seem to be influences for that project, that may be something interesting worth checking out. It looks like they threw in some without any kind of cases or anything, so that's kind of at least I have some extra cases to put these in. This is 6 Reasons to Kill with Another Horizon. As I said, it doesn't have a case, so I'll just show you the artwork. There's the disc. Not much to that. Let me find the spot. And then there's the front artwork. Kind of bummed that it has some in here that don't even have cases, unless they were just extras. I didn't take the time to count. So this one looks pretty neat. This is I already know this band. This is Slow Motion Apocalypse for fans of The Haunted, At the Gates, In Flames, and Shadows Fall. I have an EP. I believe Slow Motion Apocalypse is an Italian project. They have a almost deathcore-ish, blackened deathcore sound at times, and a death metal influence. Well, I guess deathcore gives away the death metal influence. I got an EP in a grab bag, I believe from Redstream some time ago, and it was actually a black metal grab bag that I got, and they threw that EP in that just kind of as a little bonus. I thought that was odd to get that in a black metal grab bag, something that had a bit of a deathcore vibe to it, but I enjoyed it quite a bit, so I'm definitely stoked to have a full length from this band. And that artwork is just killer on that. Don't know how well the glare is fighting that, but definitely looking forward to giving that a spin. That'll probably be one of the first ones I'll listen to out of what I've pulled from this so far. This one looks interesting as well. This is Upside with Jim Beam and the American Dream. Like I said, no depth perception. Bear with me. It says Texas rock and roll for fans of Motley Crue, Led Zeppelin, Stone Temple Pilots, and AC/DC. So that definitely has piqued my interest. Not something that I would probably have picked out on my own. So that's one thing I like about grab bags. I find stuff like that. Have plenty of things like that in my collection now that I never would have sought out on my own, but I ended up enjoying them and loving them. So hopefully this will be more of the same, because that artwork has intrigued me on that as well. And I just knew that I was going to get something from this band. This is Atreyu with Fractures in the Facade of Your Porcelain Beauty. It's labeled as pop rock. That seems very fitting for me. Probably will never even open that one. I'm sure that will go to someone else in the future, in the very near future. I'm sure I'll be giving it. Just not, I mean, if you like Atreyu, I'm not knocking you. Please don't think that. It's just not for me. Not something that I enjoy. Next up we have Dead Soil. This is a German band entitled Forever the Enemy. Recommended if you enjoy Hatebreed, Unearth, and Caliban. It's definitely some hardcore. There we go. Still fighting that glare. Definitely some hardcore vibes on this. Some dark hardcore going on there. So definitely looking forward to checking that one out, as I enjoy those bands that were mentioned on that. Next up we have another one that's not in any kind of jewel case or anything. They just threw it in here with the disc in the. This is Enemy Is Us with Venomized. Has that hardcore artwork look to me. I'm not sure anything else about this band, but that's the vibe that I'm getting from that. They have a very hardcore look, almost look like Hatebreed to me in that picture. So I'm pretty sure that's what it's going to sound. I'm sure there's going to be that influence going on in this. They're just a plain black disc on that. Let me get that out of the way so I don't get it scratched or anything. I really don't like how they just threw those. They could at least put them in a little sleeve or something. But I guess for what I paid, I can't complain too much. Looks like we have some more hardcore. This is School for Heroes with The Answer. It says for fans of Hatebreed, Under Oath, Throwdown, and Deftones. That's a pretty eclectic group, so have really no clue what this is going to sound like whatsoever. It sounds like they just threw big names there on the sticker to get you to buy the album. So who knows? Next up we have Since the Day with El Mensaje. Yeah, it looks to be in Spanish, and which is weird because it's a German band. So, and it says for fans of Killswitch Engage, Caliban, and Zayo. So looks to be metalcore. This video was going on much longer than I thought. Next up we have A Secret Death, and this is it says a blend of doom and hardcore for fans of Cult of Luna, Converge, and ISIS. Definitely stoked to check this one out as well. This will be another one that's pretty high up on the list to listen to first. Kind of excited for this. I wasn't really expecting to get a whole lot of any kind of doom vibes out of this, so definitely excited for that one. Next up we have Hereafter and Odyssey. Hereafter and Odyssey, I guess, is the name of the band, with Human human is as human does. I have no clue. That has that almost fruity looking metalcore artwork on that, so I don't know, but I don't want to label it as that because I don't know and I don't want to be wrong. So next up we have Azazel with Ashes to Ashes, and this is more metalcore apparently. This appears to be a band out of North Carolina. So said I have a ton of new material to check out. So that'll give me something to do, something fun the next few days. Kind of go through and see what I like, what I don't like. Not sure what I'm going to do with the stuff that I don't like. May have a giveaway. Who knows? Next up we have Heart Scarved, and Tomorrow We Escaped. Yeah. Let me check. Yeah, Heart Scarved and Tomorrow We Escape. I know absolutely nothing about that. The artwork, I know you shouldn't judge it by the art, but sometimes I do. Doesn't look something that I would that'll probably be pretty low on the to check out list. I'm sure I'll check out much of the other stuff first. I can tell already I'm probably not going to like this one either. I'm not the biggest Radiohead fan, and that is one of the first bands mentioned. This is Sonoma Arrow. Even has a very Radiohead-esque artwork to this. Just not something I could ever get. I tried. I listened to it. I know there are people out there that love Radiohead. It's just not something that I could ever find myself just getting into. Next up, we have Iron Thrones with Visions of Light for fans of Opeth, Between the Buried and Me, and Cult of Luna. It says atmospheric metal. So I'm sure it has a very progressive atmospheric vibe to this. Hopefully it's kind of a atmospheric death vibe to this. So hopefully it's in the vein of old Opeth. Next up we have Swift with the Absolute Uncontrollable. Appears to be more metalcore. The glare is going to make it almost impossible to check that out. This one says for fans of Killswitch Engage, Old Metallica, Glassjaw, and Pantera. So I'm assuming it's a thrashy metalcore, which may not be a bad thing. Definitely check that out. That might be something pretty decent. Here we have the Chase Theory with Scrapbook. It says the only emo punk band that matters. So this sounds awful. Not going to spend much time on that. I'm going to move right along. Next up we have, I believe I'm going to pronounce this right, Kongi with a Mind Eraser. There we go. It says New York hardcore. I don't know if it's New York or North Carolina. The sticker's kind of messed up. Try to fold it down. I believe it says North Carolina. Upon a closer look, NC hardcore for fans of the Parkway Drive, The Ghost Inside, and Terror. So some more hardcore. That's a pretty interesting looking artwork. The sticker's jacked up on here. I want to get a better look at the cover, but I can't get the sticker off. There's the back. Not much going on there on the back. I'm going to wrap this up. We're getting closer to. This is actually the last CD. So, and we have The Feds with A Touch of Panic, and this is pretty neat. It's looks to be almost 3D the way they did the artwork. I don't know how well that'll come out on the camera there. It says like I said, The Feds with A Touch of Panic. I don't know. You can take that for what it is. It has the picture of the band. Almost has that they almost look like what's the band? Fall Out Boy, maybe. I don't know. Don't know if I'd be big on that one or not. Pretty wide assortment of stuff in this grab bag. That it definitely has a little bit for everybody. At the price point that this comes in, I think I think it was worth checking out just for the new stuff that I'm going to get to listen to through this. A couple of those that I'm super excited about. The Slow Motion Apocalypse. I was definitely glad that was in there. That's all I've got for this video. I should have a new one here pretty soon. I had some CDs come in that have been just kind of odding in here and there. Albums come in that I need to do an update, just a general collection update for, and got some Red Stream stuff coming and all that good stuff. So that the videos will be still coming. Yeah, that's all I got. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for the support so far this year. It's been a pretty good year for this channel for me already. There's been a lot of interaction and a lot of views, so I'm definitely excited about that. Excited going forward. Have my Instagram linked up in the description. Go ahead, go give that a follow, and follow my Facebook as well. I'll leave both of those down there. Tribunal Records, the grab bag link will be in the description as well. You can definitely go check that out if it's something that interests you. I thank you guys so much, and I'll see you very soon. Stay classy.